Hey, how's it going guys? Blue Tempest here and welcome to my manga haul for July 2022. I have a little over 30 volumes of manga to show you guys, which I am very excited about. But before we get into the haul, if you do enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy my content. I also want to point out that all of my social media accounts are going to be listed down below in the description. Make sure to follow me on there. I mainly try to stay active on Instagram and Twitter. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the haul, shall we? So I do want to start off this haul with my Shonen Jump pickups, and then we'll get into some of the other Viz Media pickups that I did get this month. But starting off here, we have Mashle Volume 7. This is the newest volume, and while I am not caught up with reading Mashle, I believe I'm about halfway through volume 5. This is still one of my favorite ongoing Shonen Jump series. I think it's just such a good time. It's a really good mix of comedy and action, and if you like Harry Potter, this is a blatant ripoff slash parody of Harry Potter. So yeah, definitely check out Mashle if you haven't yet. It's also available to read in its entirety on the Shonen Jump app. Another very popular Shonen Jump series is going to be Kaiju number 8. Now this is a series that I also haven't caught up with reading, but I do plan on maybe doing a 3-volume rule video for this series. Let me know down in the comments if you guys do want to see that. But yeah, I only read volume 1 and I had a little bit of a mixed opinion on it, but this is a very highly praised series in the community, so I did want to give it the good old 3-volume rule. So we'll see what I think, but yeah, I'm still really glad to have picked up this volume. And then next up, we have a brand new volume of Twin Star Exorcist. This is volume 25. This is actually one of my favorite ongoing shonen series, and while I haven't caught up to it, I really want to very soon. Hopefully I can do that. But yeah, this is still a really good series. I always do say that it is a very underrated shonen. If you guys like, you know, the typical Shonen Jump battle series, then I would highly recommend trying out Twin Star Exorcist. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this, and yeah, this is just a really solid shonen with awesome artwork and great characters and just huge over-the-top moments. So yeah, definitely check out Twin Star if you haven't yet. And then next up, we have volume 7 of World Trigger. Now this is a pretty random pickup, honestly. I have not even touched World Trigger, but this was a volume that I needed to kind of fill a hole in my set of World Trigger so far. And from what I've heard of the series, I think it is something I'm gonna really enjoy, but I still tend to not pick up a lot of random volumes of series that I haven't read yet, especially if I can read it on the Shonen Jump app. But the reason I picked this one up was because I needed an extra volume to get free shipping for an in-stock trades order, and I couldn't find anything else, so I just went ahead and picked this up. I hope I don't regret it, because I think World Trigger is going to be something that I will actually really enjoy. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys have read this and what you think of it. But moving on, we have Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai Volume 3. I believe this edition is like 1.5 volumes of material. And yeah, this is a series that I enjoyed the first volume of a lot. I really do like, you know, the whole vibe, and I like the nods to the Dragon Quest video game series. So yeah, I've been picking these up. Hopefully I can read this soon and, you know, continue reading it to see if I want to keep picking it up. And that does it for all the Shonen Jump pickups, but now getting into some other Viz Media pickups. I have here Frieren Volume 5. This is a really good fantasy slice of life series. There are some action elements, but this is mostly just a very down-to-earth and chill manga series. So if you're into that sort of thing, then definitely check out Frieren. Then I also have the newest volume of Record of Ragnarok. This is volume 3. This one I'm also gonna read the first 3 volumes to see whether or not I want to keep collecting it, but I did enjoy volume 1. I still haven't read volume 2, but I am gonna read 2 and 3 back to back, and yeah, I think I'm gonna still really enjoy it, because from what I hear, volume 2 and 3 just get way better from what volume 1 was. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading some more Record of Ragnarok. And then moving on, we have Real Volume 14. This is a series I recently started collecting, and I saw that this volume was in stock on In Stock Trades. So I just went ahead and ordered it. I'm just kind of piecing together my set of this series, as some of the volumes are really hard to come by. So yeah, moving on, we have volume 2 of What a Wonderful World. This is a series of short stories by Inyo Asano, the same mangaka as Goodnight Punpun. I made it a mission to collect all of Asano's works in English, and this was the last volume I needed to complete my set of all of his English works. So I'm very excited about that. I know that volume 1 of this is pretty rare, and I was able to find that a few months back, but I finally picked up volume 2 for a great price on In Stock Trades. And yeah, just really excited to get into this series. And that does it for all of my Viz Media pickups. Now let's get into some of the other publishers. For Kodansha, I don't have that many pickups, but here we have Granblue Dreaming Volume 16. This is a series that I recently started collecting, and I haven't read it yet, but this was a volume that I had on order on Right Stuf. So they sent it to me, and I'm just really excited to get into this series. I probably will very soon, as this seems like such a great summer read, so I'm definitely planning on reading this very soon. And then moving on, we have the 5th Attack on Titan omnibus. This is the format that I am collecting Attack on Titan in. I honestly don't think that these omnibuses are too bad, and they're pretty affordable. I do like the embossed covers on these as well. And yeah, Attack on Titan, one of my favorite anime series of all time, so I just had to get the manga as well. Speaking of one of my favorite series of all time, here we have Blood on the Tracks with the 9th volume. Now, yes, this is one of my favorite ongoing series from Shuzo Oshimi, and I just love the aesthetic of this volume. I really like the whole red color palette that this volume is going for, as it really does fit the tone of this series. If you guys don't know what Blood on the Tracks is about, and if you haven't read it, just know that you'll be getting into one of the most disturbing and unsettling series that I have personally ever read, but it's just such a thrilling read. I do want to know what's gonna happen next after each and every volume. And yeah, that's why this is one of my favorite ongoing series. And speaking of Shuzo Oshimi, we actually got another one of his ongoing series this month, and that is Welcome Back, Alice Volume 2. I'm really glad that Volume 2 came out really quickly after the release of Volume 1, as yeah, I was just kind of left wanting more after that volume, and after reading this one, it was such a quick read that I'm kind of left with just, I need more. I need to know what happens next with this series as well. But yeah, if you've read some of Oshimi's other works, then you're kind of gonna know the vibe going into this. This is definitely one of those that I would maybe not recommend to everybody, especially if you've never read a Shuzo Oshimi work before. I would say only get into this if you're already a fan of Oshimi. If you've read, you know, Flowers of Evil, Blood on the Tracks, Happiness, stuff like that, I would recommend those series before getting into Welcome Back, Alice, but that's not to say that this is a bad series. I did enjoy the first 2 volumes of this, and like I said, I really can't wait till the next volume. And those were my only 2 vertical pickups for the month. So now getting into 7 Seas, we do have volumes 4, 5, and 7 of Gigant. Now this is a series by Hiroya Oku. This is another one that's not going to be for everybody. I have heard a lot of mixed opinions out there on the series, and I did do a video on it quite a while ago. So if you're interested, you can, you know, definitely watch that video where I talk about my opinions on the first 3 volumes. But yes, I am a huge Gantz fan, so I just had to pick up this series. I'm going to wait until it finishes releasing in English because we only have like 2 volumes left. Then I'm gonna go ahead and binge the entire series. But yes, this is a very, very mature series. If you know, you know, but still, nonetheless, I'm glad that now I am up to date with all of the volumes released of Gigant. And then the only other volume from Seven Seas that I picked up was Tokyo Revengers in this really, really nice omnibus edition. Now, as you guys can see, this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive variant of the first omnibus of Tokyo Revengers. I honestly don't know much about the series. I know that has to do with like time travel, and it's kind of like a delinquent gang violence type of series. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I've heard a ton of great things about the series. It is one of the most popular series in Japan right now, so it's been a long time coming for us to finally get this in English, but I'm glad that we did, and I think that Seven Seas was a really, really good publisher to pick the series up, as these editions are really, really nice. All right, so getting into some of the other publishers, we have Soul Eater in the Perfect Edition, Volume 7. Just been picking these up as they come out, and yeah, Soul Eater is just a classic shonen series. Not much else to say there. And then from Yen Press, I got Crimson Shell. Now, this is a very interesting manga pickup. This is a one-shot from the same mangaka that did Pandora Hearts and also the case study of Vanitas. I've been really interested into getting into this mangaka's works, especially Pandora Hearts. I've been eyeing that box set for quite a while. So I saw that Prof Otaku picked the series up and he talked about it and enjoyed it. So I looked into it and I was able to find this volume for a great price. It's gonna be a nice little taste of what, you know, this mangaka's works are all about. So I'm really excited about that. And maybe, you know, if I end up enjoying this, I might pick up Pandora Hearts. So let me know if you guys have read that series and if you think I would enjoy it, because I've been really, really eyeing that box set. Next up here, we have another series that actually Prof Otaku has loved and talked about numerous times on his channel. Shout out to Prof Otaku. And the series I'm talking about is gonna be Yotsuba. I was lucky enough to find the first 4 volumes for half price at a Half Price Books. So really, really glad to have picked this up. These are the old like ADV versions of the series. I know that this is released by Yen Press now, so not sure if, you know, if I end up enjoying the series, if I'm gonna try to collect it in this old ADV version, or if I'm gonna do the Yen Press versions. I'm not 100% sure with that, but I saw these for half price. I had to pick them up just to, you know, try the series out. I've heard a lot of great things about Yotsuba. It just seems like such a cute, wholesome, nice little manga series. So, you know, can't really go wrong with this pickup. And then next up here, we have a really interesting manga, and that's gonna be Heaven's Door. Now, this is one that I've heard some things about, mainly from Weeabra. Shout out to Weeabra. He really loves this mangaka's works, and this was something that I saw at a independent bookstore in Chicago, and I picked it up. Yeah, the art looks incredible. I honestly have no idea what this is about. I know, if I'm not mistaken, this is a short story collection, so it's going to be interesting to see what it's all about. But the art is just really weird, really trippy. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what I think of this. But this is a really, really nice edition that I believe Last Gasp Books put out for this manga. This is my first manga from this publisher, so that is pretty cool as well. And then moving on, probably the biggest part of this haul is gonna be this series. I picked up the entirety of what's out for the series, and that's gonna be The Rose of Versailles. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful edition of manga right here. As you can see, these are hardcovers with just some very, very, very nice detailing on the cover. Some just beautiful like colored pages throughout this manga as well, and just some of the nicest paper quality that I've seen. But the manga itself, this is a classic shoujo series, and this is actually one of the series that inspired Berserk, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely wanted to give this a shot. I just couldn't pass it up when Barnes & Noble was doing their buy one, get one 50% off all hardcovers. That included manga, and I saw this entire series there. So I just went ahead and bit the bullet and bought this. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna regret it, as this is, from what I've heard, a really, really great shoujo series, and it's just a classic. I'm really excited about it. It is a kind of like a historical romance drama type of thing, and you know, I think I'm gonna really like it. And come on, these volumes are just so nice. And if I'm not mistaken, Udon, who is the publisher that released this series, they are also releasing some more Rose of Versailles content next year with some of the more recent chapters that the mangaka wrote. So that is very exciting. Hopefully they keep up this like beautiful hardcover edition for those volumes. I believe that series is going to be called the Rose of Versailles episodes. But yes, very glad to have picked up this series. Let me know down in the comments if anybody has read this or if anybody's collecting this. I would really be interested to know if anyone else has this in their collection. All right, and we're getting to the end of the haul here, but I have a couple other manga related pickups that I made at Kinokuniya in Chicago. I did do a shopping video, so definitely check that out if you haven't yet. I did pick up all of this in that video and showed it off, but here they are again, and that is gonna be some Japanese manga. So right here I have volume 1 of Goodnight Punpun in Japanese. This is one of the only series that I have ever given a 10 out of 10 to. So even though I already have it all in English, I did want to get volume 1 in Japanese just as a collector's piece because I absolutely love this series. And then I did pick up some more Japanese volumes. As you can see here, I have Hunter x Hunter in Japanese, volume 1, another classic shonen series, one of my favorite of all time. So again, had to pick it up in Japanese when I saw it. And then Berserk Volume 1 in Japanese. This series needs no introduction. You guys already know about Berserk and it's just legendary legacy. So I am glad to have picked this one up as well. And then the last thing that I picked up here are some manga magazines. So right here we have the Weekly Shonen Jump with Sakamoto Days on the cover, which looks really sick. And this issue of the Shonen Jump magazine comes with this like Road to Laugh Tale little booklet here for One Piece. I haven't read One Piece, so I have no idea what this is, but one day I'll know what it is. So that's pretty cool. And then next up here, we have this other manga magazine from Japan that features Kaguya-sama and Oshi no Ko. These are both series done by the same mangaka, and as a huge Kaguya-sama fan, I saw this, had to pick it up, and I believe this magazine is maybe, I forget what it's called. Is this Young Jump or something like that? I'm not 100% sure, but this is kind of like Shueisha's Seinen magazine. This is the same magazine that has like Kingdom in it and stuff like that, so that is really cool. Glad to have picked this up as well, especially because I'm also really hyped for Oshi no Ko. That also recently got an announcement for an English release, and I'm definitely gonna pick that up as well. And then the last thing to show in this haul is gonna be another manga magazine. As you guys can see here, this is Jump Square. If I'm not mistaken, that is the name of this magazine. And this has Twin Star Exorcist on the cover. Now, I honestly have no idea what is going on here on this cover because I haven't gotten to that point in the story, but I just knew that I had to pick this up because this is, one, a really cool looking cover, two, like I mentioned before in this video, I love Twin Star Exorcist, and three, I don't know. I just wanted to pick it up, all right? But yes, this is a really cool magazine. This has also, I believe, World Trigger, Seraph of the End, Blue Exorcist, series like that are in this magazine, so that's pretty cool. This is kind of like the monthly equivalent to the Shonen Jump magazine, if I'm not mistaken. And this came with, I don't know what these are, but they're like these Twin Star Exorcists. Maybe they're stickers or coasters or something like that. But yeah, this came with this magazine. So that is really cool, especially as a big fan of Twin Star Exorcists. But with all of that out of the way, that does it for this manga haul. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of all of my pickups, and also let me know what you picked up this past July. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.